Hi there and welcome to another episode of the Creepy Froggy vlog, in which we investigate strange and peculiar places and phenomenon. Today we are in Uppsala, which is a town about 70 kilometers north of Stockholm, and we are investigating a strange phenomenon. 2017 was a very noisy year for the people of Uppsala. That was the year when several unidentified blasts could be heard in various locations around the town. There were several blasts, but three of the biggest ones occurred on the March 26th, May 17th and June 22nd. And the one that occurred in March was captured by the meteor camera of the Ångström laboratory, Uppsala University. You can see in the circle there was a actual light coming from the blast, from the explosion. When the astronomers looked at the data that the cameras collected, they were able to establish that the blast of March 26 originated somewhere in here, the city forest, which is right in the middle of Uppsala. On June 22nd, one of the dates of the bigger blasts, a witness, or a person who heard the blast, who experienced it very close by, he was biking through this forest in the evening, and when the blast went off, his bike just went to the floor. He fell off the bike, and he describes the sound as deafening. And the air was filled with white grayish smoke that smelled sort of sour. And his first thought was that the pressure wave of the blast was from the hospital, which is over in that location, in that direction. He thought someone was playing a prank or doing something they shouldn't be doing. Another person who lives in the part of town where the man was biking, Eriksberg, it was a woman, and she heard the blast from inside her flat. She looked out in the balcony, and she described the whole event as a bomb going off. She was very frightened. And all the observations from the March and the May blasts can be verified by the Ångström laboratory, because the cameras there picked up, like I said, lights coming from the areas where the blasts could be heard. So this is a map of the area where most of these blasts seem to originate, the city forest, the big question mark. And that's where I'm at right now. The Ångström laboratory is the dot to the right of that. That's where the astronomical camera picked up lights coming from some of the blasts. Not far from the city forest is Observatorieparken, where there's a seismological institute, and their instruments also picked up some activity on at least one of the dates. So these are the results of investigations from some of the bodies of authorities that were called to investigate in these blasts. The Weather Institute, National Weather Institute, they had no reports of thunder on at least 2 of the dates of the major blasts, June 22nd and 18th of May, or the night leading up to 18th of May. The armed forces were contacted, but they didn't deem that this was a matter that required their assistance, really, and they handed it over to the police. And the police don't seem to have been any wiser about this. Astronomers at the university, like I said, they registered lights on some of the occasions, and they think it's a very local phenomenon. The seismologists, they registered activities on the 17th of May. There may have been activity on some of the other dates too, but it must have been too far away from the seismological instruments for it to be picked up. So things like bombs and earthquakes and similar, they have all been ruled out. So what was it that for 6 months in 2017 had the people of Uppsala worried that bombs were going off or other strange activities were happening? Well, nobody really knows, but the most liked theory is that thunder caused these blasts. They were on several of these dates. There were thunder in the air in and around Uppsala. But like I said, not on all of the dates. So who knows? Maybe we will find out one day. I know one thing. It's very peculiar. So thank you for watching another episode of the Creepy Froggy vlog. The theme of this season, season 3, is mind tricks, and I think this episode fits that description. I hope you stay tuned for the next one. Bye.